Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Boom Political Vigilante. I've talked a lot about what is going on, Israel bombing Gaza, and now in the West Bank for 45 days straight. We have over 12,000 Palestinians that have been killed. We have roughly 5,500 of those have been children, which is horrific. And the world is calling for a ceasefire. The UN, Human Rights Watch, Oxfam are a bunch of international peace organizations that are like, there needs to be a ceasefire. We have Jewish Voices for Peace. We have Bet Salem. We have Breaking the Silence, which are all Jewish and Israeli organizations that are critical of what Israel is doing. And then we have American politicians that are like not in line with this. 70% of their new poll just came out of voters 18 to 34 are for a ceasefire and are not in support of Israel. 70%. That's a big number. So why are these politicians not listening to the voters? Because we know this from watching this show that they get paid to do that. One of my favorite websites is OpenSecrets.org. OpenSecrets.org, nonpartisan, non-for-profit website that just tracks donations. To understand American politics, there is a governing body of elections called the FEC, the Federal Elections Commission. Any donation $2,000 and up gets tracked. If you just send $50 to some candidate or whatever, there's no record of it. But if you or if I were to write a check for $2,000 to any organization or any politician, any party, I would have to fill out all these forms and it would be tracked. So this is a matter of public record. This isn't some conspiracy website. I want to make this really clear. It's because I tell people open secrets. They always go, okay. Like it's some like ding dong, Alex Jones, lizard people, flat earth website. No, it is not. It just tracks donations. This is a matter of public record. So we're going to find out who's been getting money from the pro-Israel lobby. Well, the biggest one is AIPAC, but we're going to break it down for you. And the great thing about this, you can type in the defense industry. You can type in the NRA, you can type in Big Pharma, you can type them all in. So here we go. So first I just want to, this is the summary according on Open Secrets. Again, you can go to opensecrets.org right now and right up here in this search bar, type in AIPAC or pro-Israel. Okay. So this is the summary. I didn't have anything to write with this. One of, if not most powerful international issue lobby is that of the pro-Israel crowd. Well-financed and politically powerful, the pro-Israel lobby is a major force on American foreign affairs that looks to continue America's military and financial support of the Jewish nation state. The lobby has had recent policy success with the Trump administration and moving the U.S. Embassy in Israel from the internationally recognized capital of Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, a move long advocated by some in the pro-Israel lobby. Notably, however, J Street, one of the larger pro-Israel groups, opposed the move. The administration is very friendly with the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, and has taken a hard line on Israel peace talks, barely talking to the Palestinians and ending all foreign aid to the West Bank and Gaza. Even with the policy victories coming under Republican president, the lobby still remains staunch Democratic contributors, giving more than $14.8 million in the 2018 midterms to mostly Democrats. This marked the third largest cycle ever and their biggest non-presidential cycle. So this is top contributions 21 and 22. AIPAC, this is the big one, American Israel Public Affairs Combine is $23 million, right? $23 million. J Street, $6 million. Pro-Israel America, $2.6 million, right? And it goes down to all these other smaller ones, right? So Democrats are blue, Republicans red, liberal groups blue, conservative groups pink, nonpartisan is this. This is like a brown color, right? So let's go back up here. So it's Democrat, Republican, and nonpartisan. So 10 of the 23 million was nonpartisan. 4.7 was Republicans and 7.8. So 3 million more, right? Now let's go to candidates. Because this is, again, money to Congress. This is pro-Israel, all right? This is all cycles, all senators over time. Number one, Joe Biden, $4.2 million. Robert Menendez, $2.4 million. Hillary Clinton. This is why she's saying a ceasefire only helps Hamas. She's not saying that because she's some brilliant international, strategist and understands. She's a warmonger, and she's paid to be a warmonger, right? Mark Kirk, 2.2 million. Joe Lieberman, 1.9. Mitch McConnell, 1.9 million. Chuck Schumer, 1.7. John McCain, now deceased, 1.4. Right? Ted Cruz, David Perdue, Dick Durbin, who is part of the two senators calling for a ceasefire with Joe Malarkey. There's two senators calling for a ceasefire now. Dick Durbin is one of them. So this is interesting. That's why Dick Durbin is calling for the ceasefire, but then his Twitter page has no mention of this because he's paid to not really talk about this, right? Lindsey Graham gets $1 million. He's gotten $1 million over his career. Mitt Romney, right? Look at all these presidential candidates. Tammy Duckworth, see? John Ossoff, Cory Booker, Barbara Boxer, Tom Daschle, excuse me, Amy Klobuchar, all presidential candidates. Harry Reid, Susan Collins. See? Look at this. Dianne Feinstein, Kristen Gillibrand ran for president. All these presidential candidates, right? And they're all getting exposed. I've never seen people on TikTok talk about OpenSecrets until now, until recently. So what this shows is several things. Why these people are so staunchly won't criticize Israel, because they're paid not to. And so when they say anything like, oh, Russia's human rights violations, well, if Russia was giving them money, then they would change their tune. So they have no moral standing, no moral compass. They only have a wallet. And whoever fills the wallet the most is how they come up with this. And what is happening now is all these people who were like dancing in the streets for Joe Biden and, oh, the Democrats are so much better than the Republicans. They're now seeing the Democratic Party, which we just showed you gets more money than Republicans. Plenty of Republicans get money from the pro-Israel lobby, but they're seeing this and they're finding OpenSecrets themselves. I've been talking about OpenSecrets for 6 years now, 7 years. It's a great website. Share it with your friends. Because what do I say on the show? Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. So your votes this is why just vote for any Democrat. This is why I was so opposed to it, because that's what they do. They say stuff in the campaign that makes you feel good and, oh, they're so much better than the Republicans. And then they do the awful stuff. In some cases, worse. The Republican Party is an awful party. They're a neo-fascist organization of psychopaths and climate change deniers and, nutbag, QAnon ding-dongs. But the Democrats are just whores. So, this is why I don't care what someone's campaign is. I don't care what their platform is. I don't care what their Twitter feed says. I care what this says. OpenSecrets will tell you who you're voting for, what they really are. Boom. I went to OpenSecrets in 2020 and did defense industry. Who are the top 3 recipients of defense industry? The defense industry spent $49 million in 2020 across all candidates. Number 3, Bernie Sanders, $800,000. At 2, Bernie. At 2, Bernie. No, there's no Santa. Don't trust Bernie anymore. 2.7 million, Donald Trump, Who got the number one money from defense contractors? 3.1 million, Joe Biden. So whether we have Trump or Biden, we would have war. And whether we had Trump or Biden, we would have the support of Israel. They would both, if Trump was in office, he would be supporting Israel, just like Biden is. But Biden has gotten more money than anybody throughout his life in Congress. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. The money don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Money's money. The money tells you the truth. This is how we make Gotham great again. So anybody asks, well, this and that, I believe this pen, just go send them to OpenSecrets.org and have them look it up themselves. And shave your knuckles for justice, because this is the People's Channel. Boom.